on the phone, but I can't update the content directly from the, what do you call it, directly from the actual initial input to say that I'm doing a live stream. I don't know what happens. It doesn't work on the phone for some reason. So I'm obviously a bit nervous. This is the first time I've been here and talking to the First Minister. So I'm slightly apprehensive and a bit nervous about what's going to potentially happen, and to discuss his campaign and to discuss other issues that have obviously happened with the SNP before. So I'm looking forward to having a chat with him, and hopefully we will be, just make sure this is tightened here, having a chat with him and discussing issues that have gone about the SNP over the last number of years, or surrounded, should I say, gone about, that's not really a very good English, surrounded the SNP over the last few years and what the situation is just now. So we're just waiting for him to arrive, and obviously this is the First Minister or Prime Minister I've interviewed, so it's a big moment for the Guerilla TV channel, and it's a big moment for John Swinney getting on such a fantastic show such as ours. Let me make sure it's doing it correctly. Where is my things? Live chat, welcome to live chat. Right, so live chat's on. So we're just waiting for him to turn up. Obviously, we said he was going to arrive. Don't know where he is just now, but we're going to hopefully get him to answer a few questions about the campaign. Obviously, only a few weeks to go, and we're looking forward to finding out some answers from him. Some major questions about the SNP, and to actually decide what's correct and what's not. So I think he's on his way, and maybe we'll just wait 5 minutes to see if he turns up. I think we're going to conduct the interview in a slightly different manner, where I'll just let John Swinney be on screen and I'll ask him questions from off screen to give him his due reference and due station in life, that we should actually show him a bit of reverence on the channel, and make sure that we discuss issues that Scottish people would like to know the answers to. Certain things, intrinsic things that we don't know just now, that only he can actually answer. And I think he's obviously taken time out in the middle of his busy schedule to come here and actually talk to the Guerilla TV, which I think shows the importance of the Guerilla TV and how it's metastasised. I hope I pronounced that, metastasised into something completely unbelievable, and being able to, like Lotus Eaters, get First Ministers to come and actually chat to us. I think that's incredible, and I think that's something that we're going to see more of. Or I think maybe negative things will happen to politicians and political parties if they don't do it. So let's hope he's. Oh, I don't know if that's him there. It's quite exciting, isn't it? I'm quite excited about this. I'm quite excited. Oh my goodness! I don't know. This is for me. This is like winning the lottery, getting the First Minister of Scotland to do an interview. It's like winning the lottery for me. It's an incredibly powerful moment. Oh, there he is. There he's just coming. He's coming. We're seeing him. Tension's building up. So he's just coming. So we'll just be a couple of minutes. So what I'll do is I'll step off camera and let Mr. Swinney step on camera. I wonder if I can bring this down slightly. Look, just bring this down slightly. Come on. Just doing that. So here's Mr. Swinney just now. Mr. Swinney, over to you, sir. thank you very much for coming. And I think we'll just start with asking a few questions about your succession to Parliament there and obviously taking over from Humza. So over to you, Mr. Swinney. Baldy John here. John Swinney. Thank you very much. Thank you. Baldy John, sorry about the unshaven look, but we've been on the campaign trail for a number of weeks now, and Baldy John is now in charge. Thank goodness for that racist Humza. So, what has happened? Well, let me start with our campaign and Baldy John taking over. Don't mention the WhatsApps. Baldy John managed to have his campaign nobbled by Nicola Sturgeon. We had a stiff competition by this cactus. This cactus was leading a bid against me, and he got nobbled by Nicola Sturgeon. Nicola Sturgeon was very worried that this cactus had more personality than me. And we were worried in case he won the leadership race. This is the only other member of the SNP other than me. And we were very worried that he would win the leadership contest. But Nicola managed to nobble him, like she nobbles most things. And managed to knock him out the competition. So Nicola didn't cheat, did she?
Nicola didn't cheat.
But we get rid of Mr. Cactus in case he become the leader of the SNP. How much did Nicola give you, Mr. Cactus? How much did Nicola give you, Mr. Cactus?
How much did Nicola give you, Mr. Cactus?
Were you paid off?
Were you paid off?
Yes, we paid you off. Camper van.
Yes, we paid you off. Camper van.
And Nicola was worried that Mr. Cactus...
Nicola was worried
that Mr. Cactus had more personality than me. That Mr. Cactus...
Mr. Cactus had more personality than me.
So, Baldy John won it again. Baldy John won it again.
Baldy John won it again.
Thank you, Mr. Cactus, for stepping down. Very worrying.
Thank you, Mr. Cactus, for stepping down. Very worrying.
So, Mr. Cactus is the only other member of the SNP left.
So Mr. Cactus is the only other member of the SNP left.
And Mr. Cactus was very concerned that he was going to become leader of the SNP.
Was very concerned that he was going to become leader of the SNP.
That's quite enough for Mr. Cactus. I don't want to give him too much airtime in case he becomes a personality unlike myself. Oh, wait until I get my baldy head right. Oh, I feel I feel clothed with all this hair down my chin. It's usually as baldy as my head. You didn't have plastic surgery, have you? This is John. This is First Minister John Swinney here. So, not only is this not the first time that I've been First Minister, it's also not the first time I've led the party either. We have got the cabal running the show, and although I've got a personality like a wet weekend in Blackpool, I am now in charge of the SNP. Is that not great? Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a true political story that you might not have heard of. One day I was in my office and Nicola Sturgeon, no, sorry, it wasn't Nicola Sturgeon, she's always in my office, we've got a wee cabal going, you know what I mean. Patrick Harvey of the Green Loonies, the Gimp Loonies, the globalist Islamo-Marxist Green Party, came into my office. And for some reason, I was bent over my desk in a sort of breech position with my kecks down round my ankles. And what Patrick brought in was his wee green banana. He brought his wee green banana when I was in this sort of breech position, and I saw him unleash his wee banana from the Green Party, and he stuck it right square dunk in my Nutella. He got it in a winner, right in my Nutella. And at that stage, with Harvey sticking his banana in my Nutella, we thought that is a great idea. That is a great idea for teaching kids throughout Scotland in primary school. Just from that one interaction. Just from that one interaction, we thought, isn't that a great thing to teach primary school children how to stick your banana in the Nutella? Oh, that would be great. Patrick loves it. Patrick's teeing them all up just now after a bit of indoctrination. Oh, I nearly had hair there. Indoctrination into obviously getting the green banana in your Nutella. That is obviously the sort of agenda that we are pushing. But we think this is absolutely terrific, and it's definitely something we should be teaching children. The banana in the Nutella trick, you know what I mean? Not that there's any purple things that's going on with the SNP. No, I've seen people call it the Scottish Nonce Party. I don't know where they got that idea from. Absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, let's talk seriously. Let's talk seriously about the election and the up-and-coming election. Well, we have so far blown £450 million of potential European money that we've not spent. We are now paying off £32 million a year of taxpayers' money to Sajid Gupta, who is now, and that's for 25 years, who is now buying Highland estates on the back of Scottish taxpayers' money. But at the same time, we are going to give Scottish entrepreneurs £5 million per year to set up companies. So £32 million a year from Mr. Gupta and £5 million for Scottish entrepreneurs. We think that totally makes sense. And what else have we got? We've also got, obviously we're touring in Nicola Sturgeon's camper van that she kindly lent us, which is understandable considering we're still missing £600,000 that has not been identified where it's going from the expenses that were meant to be to run an independence campaign. But we're now touring in the camper van. But we still owe Peter Morrell £60,000. So £600,000 goes missing, and £60,000 has been lent back to the party. Makes total sense if you ask me. And now we've obviously got the Nicola Sturgeon's obviously nothing to do with her. We've got her out touring with us, not that she doesn't resemble a current crime figure, I don't, but we've managed to siphon it off, so it's only our wee cabal who are actually in charge, so we can effectively do whatever we want. Not that we're not going to potentially get pumped and lose a lot of MPs at this election, which looks like we're going to get absolutely throttled. But we are quite content to lose a lot of them, because a lot of them are, I don't know if you know this political technical term, shit. So we have got all these shit MPs from SNP who are going to be replaced by a lot of shit MPs from the Labour Party, pretty much thinking the same sort of shit policies that we've already put in place for the last 7 years. But the Scottish people are that silly, they're going to continue to vote for them. That is absolutely terrific. Obviously a few thickos out there, isn't there? So, and also wee Nippy on the campaign trail, not to say that this is not a corrupt cabal. Obviously me getting in and being part of the gold members part of the party isn't suspicious at all, like Humza and like wee Nippy. It's nothing suspicious there at all. I want you to clear that from your mind. And I've bought Nicola Sturgeon's book, How I Killed Your Granny, and that is an absolute cracker, which on the 22nd of June we've nobbled the inquiry into deaths in care homes, and obviously deaths by the injection that might be happening, that might be the reason for the increase in deaths, and other reasons such as that. We've nobbled the inquiry so that Leslie Roberts doesn't get in the inquiry. How clever is that? I mean, you know what you're voting for here, don't you? You know that what you're voting for. And we have got this thing all sewn up. We might be seen as a corrupt entity, however, we would like you to rest assured any money that you give to us just now will totally go to the SNP fighting campaign for the general election, and not to our own coffers or pockets, as the case may be. We have totally broken from the missing £600,000 for the SNP's fighting fund to hold a referendum. Not that we haven't been the majority both in Westminster and Holyrood, not to mean that we haven't done anything to advance independence at all other than steal your money. But we want you to send money to the SNP, and we will definitely not steal it. We might give it to foreign businessmen rather than local businessmen. So we'll give £32 million a year over 25 years to Sajid Gupta of India, and we'll give £5 million to Scottish businessmen from Kate Forbes. We hope that makes perfect sense to you. Obviously, us being the Scottish National Party, as does a policy of coming out of the union with England and joining a union with the EU, where 20 unelected commissioners are going to dictate our legislation. Totally makes sense, but that's coming from a party that's named after an invading Irish tribe, the Scoti, and wanting to learn, with Fat Alex wanting to call it alopecia or whatever it is, something in Irish, when obviously the Britons and Brythonic were the first people here, and you should have more respect. So, if you want to join a political party named after an Irish tribe and want to indoctrinate as an Irish and German, basically, English is a Germanic language, then we are the daft party for you. We are not a bunch of clowns or corrupt clowns or people who are corrupt and clownish that think you're stupid enough to vote for us again. What you should do is vote for the other corrupt clowns in the Labour Party who are going to do exactly the same thing but with different faces, because it totally makes sense. Thank you very much for listening to Mr. Swinney. If you will sign up and give us your money, we will definitely not waste it this time. Wee Nippy's still floating about in the background, so she's got good money laundering ideas, as you can tell. But I am the new calm sense of change, although I've been here before, which doesn't really make sense. But I am the change that Scotland needs. Thank you very much.